You know, if you've been in the game for decades, you've been building this incredible set of quiet strengths your entire career. They're often called invisible skills, and today we're going to dig into why they are the absolute key to not just staying relevant, but proving you're more valuable than ever.
I think this quote is the perfect place to start because it totally reframes the conversation. This isn't about desperately trying to catch up. It's about uncovering and finally owning the powerful abilities you've had all along. And that mindset shift, it's incredibly empowering. Okay, so before we dive into the skills themselves, let's just take a quick second to connect on why this topic even matters so much. I mean, does any of this feel familiar to you?
Maybe you've lost a job you thought was totally secure, or you've had to watch someone younger get the promotion you were up for. Or maybe you've just had that quiet, sinking feeling that the professional world changed and you somehow missed the memo. Look, if any of this hits home, you are so not alone. And it's that exact feeling that makes understanding your invisible skills so vital. So what are these things really? Well, think of them like this. They're these amazing abilities you've been developing your whole life, so ingrained, so woven into who you are, that you might not even see them as skills anymore. But here's the crucial part. Unlike a piece of software that gets outdated, these abilities only get stronger with time.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. You don't need some massive overhaul. You don't need to become a different person. The real work is just in learning to see and then talk about the value you've been carrying this whole time. So let's break down 4 of the biggest ones.
First up is quiet leadership. And look, this has nothing to do with your job title. It's all about your presence. You're the person who, just by being there, creates an environment where other people feel safe enough to do their best work. Your stability, your clarity, it becomes an anchor for the whole team, and you probably never even say a word about leadership.
And that is the real impact, right? When you create that kind of psychological safety, that space for people to grow, you don't just help one person, you literally elevate the entire team's potential. It's huge. And this skill often goes hand in hand with the next one, strategic intelligence.
All right, next up, strategic intelligence. After years of doing what you do, you've basically developed an internal compass. You don't just see the individual tasks on a to-do list. You see the whole system they fit into. You can see the patterns, you understand the downstream consequences, and you can spot a potential disaster a mile away. This is such a perfect way to put it. I mean, anybody can solve a problem once it's on fire. That's valuable, sure. But preventing the fire in the first place, that's next level. That saves time, it saves money, it saves morale, and that is a skill that comes directly from having seen how things can go wrong before. Our third superpower is deep expertise. And this isn't about just knowing a bunch of facts. It's about wisdom. It's that moment in a meeting when things are getting chaotic. And you're the one who can say, you know, I've seen a situation like this before. And provide the kind of context a younger colleague just doesn't have. You get the subtleties and you become the go-to person when things get messy. And that's the quiet confidence that comes with real expertise, isn't it? It's not about being loud or showing off. Your value is just demonstrated. It's not declared. It's baked right into your judgment, the questions you ask, and your contributions day in and day out.
And finally, there's resilient calm. You know what it's like. A project fails, a deadline gets blown, a crisis hits, and chaos just takes over. But you've been through storms before. You know that panic almost never helps. You become that steadying force, the person who can absorb the shock and just calmly remind everyone to focus on the next right step.
This really gets to the essence of what resilience is. It's not about being immune to setbacks or pretending they don't hurt. It's about having the strength to carry the weight of all that experience, the good and the bad, and still show up fully present and ready to go.
So you have these incredible skills, now what? How do you actually talk about them? This part is crucial. You can't just put good listener on a resume. It's way too vague. Instead, you describe the impact of that skill. You identify unspoken concerns, and you find the signal in the noise. See how much more powerful that sounds?
Here's another perfect example. Organized is fine. It's a weak word. But what you actually do is you anticipate bottlenecks before they happen, and you create systems so other people can do their best work. That's not just tidying up your desk, that's operational intelligence. This is how you make your value concrete and absolutely undeniable. And let's be absolutely crystal clear about this.
The world loves to call these soft skills, but that term does them such a disservice. These are survival skills. They are leadership skills. They are the skills that determine whether a team, a project, or an entire company is going to succeed or fail. They're everything. Which brings us to a really crucial point. In a world that is just obsessed with speed, with moving fast, it's so easy to forget that speed without wisdom is just chaos. Experience provides that wisdom. It provides the judgment and the stability to make sure all that energy is actually going in the right direction. You are the one who brings the wisdom. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. Don't just make a list of your skills. Think of a specific time, a specific story, where one of these invisible strengths you have made a real, tangible difference. That story, that's your proof. And learning to tell it is how you finally claim the incredible value you've had all along.